Broncos receiver Courtland Sutton was present today for mandatory minicamp. He also talked to the media afterwards, and he revealed in his own words where things stand in terms of the contract negotiations between him and the Broncos. And he also revealed that he had a previously undisclosed ankle surgery. So bringing in this article from Mike Kliss, in Sutton's own words, he said that the Broncos are at a stalemate with him right now in terms of negotiations. He was present today, which I think is notable because there were other receivers such as CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk that did not show up for mandatory minicamp, and they're going to be absorbing over $100,000 in fines. That's a significant figure, and Sutton decided he did not want to go down that route, along with guys such as Jamar Chase, Matthew Judon, and Tristan Wirfs. That is notable because if Sutton really wanted to send a message, pay me or else, just like Mike Kliss says here, then he would have not shown up. $100,000 would have been a trivial amount of money if he got that extension, and what's not really reported often is that these fines are usually forgiven once the extension is in place. These fines are just going to be moot at the end of the day, as long as guys like CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk sign extensions, or maybe in the case of Brandon Ayuk ends up getting traded. Sutton did consider not showing up for mandatory minicamp. It was something that him and his representation discussed. It was something that we conversed about. My team and I had conversations about it. Missing OTAs wasn't easy for me. I love ball. I love this game. I love the camaraderie it brings my teammates. However, if Sutton were here in Denver during OTAs, he probably would not have participated much on the field. He had surgery on his ankle after suffering an injury in the second half of the Broncos' final game against the Raiders on January 8th. He wanted to be in Florida, close to his own team, rehabbing with his own guys, so he was not able to be in Denver during that time anyway. So even if I was able to do rehab here, Sutton said, and be around, for me, it was definitely tough not being out there these last couple of months. It was definitely something that was considered. Obviously, I'm here. I wanted to make sure it was known that, yeah, I'm upset about how the contract went about, how the conversation went about, how the stalemate has persisted, but I also wanted it to be known that I love ball, and Sutton made that very clear. He wants to be in Denver. This is the place where he wants to finish his career. But I want to bring in this clip from Andrew Mason, where the tone of voice that he has still indicates that he may end up missing more time. He may end up missing mandatory minicamp, or I'm sorry, he may end up missing training camp. Let's bring in this article, or this soundbite.
You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, got a month to be able to, you know, get things situated. Hopefully things get situated because, you know, as you all have heard, and I will continue to say, this is where I want to be. This is home. This is where I want to, you know, go hoist the Lombardi Trophy. This is the place where I want to be able to retire. This is a place where I want to hopefully, you know, be able to, you know, put enough out, you know, once my career is done that I can, you know, hopefully be able to have a bid at the, you know, Bronco Ring of Honor. But, you know, those are all things that, you know, have to be earned, and hopefully I'm able to have the time to be able to, you know, continue to showcase that, you know, I'm capable of being in that caliber of people.
I'm not going to lie, that last little bit there sounded like something that his agent told him to say. I think Sutton would have been a little bit more transparent if he wasn't under the influence of his agent right there, but I do believe this is where he wants to be. But that part at the beginning where he said, "we'll see," that is interesting because he doesn't exactly full-blown commit to being here during training camp, and the tone of voice kind of indicates that maybe he is willing to miss time during camp. But if he does miss training camp, he's going to end up absorbing over $50,000 per day in fines, which, I don't know about you, that's going to end up being a lot of money in Sutton's pocketbook. So I'm not thinking that he's going to want to go down that route just because of financial reasons, but he didn't exactly take it off the table either, which I do think is somewhat noteworthy. All right, Broncos country, I am curious. Do you think that these contract negotiations are eventually going to come to a head? Do you think something is going to happen? Do you think that maybe Sutton's going to get some more guaranteed money, maybe get the final year of his deal shaved off? I think that's something that is a fair compromise for all parties involved. I think that Sutton wants to go out and get that final contract of his career, that final big contract, and the Broncos don't seem to want to be the team that wants to give it to him. But the Broncos also do want Courtland Sutton here to fill a very important role on this offense with developing a young rookie quarterback. So I could see that scenario where the Broncos bring Sutton back for 2024 and let him walk out the door for 2025. But you never know, man. Maybe the Broncos do right by Sutton, meet his financial demands, and ensure that he's able to finish out his career here in the Mile High City. Time will tell in terms of what happens. Alright, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.